At the Rolling Loud concert in 2021, O Block driller, Marcus Smart, better known as Muwop, was escorted out by police after a female security guard hurt him and another O Block affiliate, rumored to be Boss Top, plotting to steal Chief Keef's chain while he performed. Another security guard at the event described the attempted robbery in an interview with Fuchsia's TV, and posted a pic with him and Glory Boyz Entertainment rapper, Tato, on the internet to prove that he was close enough to the action to see what was going on. Why would King Von's friend and Durk's homie, Muwop, who is currently in jail awaiting trial on RICO charges for the murder of FBG Duck, plot to separate Sosa from some of his jewelry? Well, to answer that question, we'll have to explain the timeline of the beef between Sosa, O Block and Durk, and then ask another question, a more deadly one. Did O Block backdoor Chief Keef and kill his cousin Mario Blood Money Hess? We report. You decide.
The first thing I think that put a stint into folks' loyalty with the block was Von taking 2 poles from him. Why Von taking 2 poles, I don't know, but I honestly think that because him and Sosa had a very good relationship. Like, I know the guys, man, a very good relationship, man. No arguments, no fights, nothing out of the ordinary that none of the guys that, that we go through on a day. So I think that was the first thing. Outside of that, I'm going to jump to the most important things that it was for us, because it wasn't so much as Sosa just breaking away from us. It was us being envious and jealous towards him and what he had going on. With that being said, we was angry. We was mad. And why was we angry and mad? Because O Block, we felt as though he was getting on because of O Block. And obviously my boy was, not just cold the words, but he was entertaining. His music was entertaining. Everybody liked it. But it wasn't just bang, bang. Nigga, it was O Block. Bang, bang. You get what I'm saying? So, like, we felt as though, like, we had every, just a little bit to do with where he was going because of the block, okay? Not bro famous. He getting on now. And he went and got Will as D and Tato. I gotta give y'all a small quick story about each one of them. Will, basketball player. I don't think his people, I think they lived in somewhere in Chicago, but it was damn near like the burbs. He never been in part, he never hung out in O Block. I don't know where he hang out from, but he never hung out with us. He never, ever in a million years spent no time around the block. Tato, I never seen him a day before. I can't even remember which video it was, but we never seen this nigga. For him to be Sosa's cousin, we never seen him, never met him until folks got on. And SD from Blackgate, a little different than them two, because, I seen SD, we seen SD around. Not nowhere near enough around. I never seen him around Sosa before fame, but when you taking a nigga up with you to a level of success like that, niggas gonna expect you to take the niggas that you was with every day, blood in, blood out.
Sosa obviously wanted to survive the gang war that his music helped perpetuate. He made smart moves. He showed love to his gang when he dissed Tuka, mentioned 300, and O Block in his raps, but he distanced himself from some members, and surrounded himself with family and childhood friends that were loyal to him. It makes logical sense to me. He grew up with some shiesty, backstabbing, murderous motherfuckers. Right? Saying blood in, blood out is the perfect movie line or gang slogan, and it sounds like some cool shit when rapping over a drill beat, but is it cool in real life? Sosa's cousin, Blood Money, was murdered on April 9, 2014, outside of his grandmother's house on the 5700 block of South Elizabeth Avenue. Sosa's cousin tattooed the words Blood Money on his face to represent his lifestyle. Blood in, blood out. Right? Gang gang, right? Hip-hop fans have more often than not associated Chicago's version of Snoop from The Wire, K.I., to Blood Money's death, but should the evidence lead us to this conclusion? Or another? The evidence pointing to K.I. is circumstantial at best. Her childhood friend, Rawson, Lil B. Shaw, was shot and killed by the police in March 2014. Shortly after his death, K.I. tweeted to Ops, "Didn't take you but we need medicine. Bro, I'ma fuck over to Ops for you." King Von murdered K.I. on April 11, 2014, just 2 days after Blood Money's death. Shortly after that, he tweeted, "I'm King Von from O Block and I run shit. Rest in peace, Blood Money." So, are we to assume that Von killed K.I. in retaliation for Blood Money? Not so fast. All of this happened in April 2014. Let's go back to the beginning. The gang war between Tookaville and O Block started in January 2011, with the murder of gangster disciple Shondale, Tuka Gregory, and black disciple O.D. Perry in August. Youngins from both sides, including Chief Keef and Lil Durk, grabbed their guns after that and started drilling. In October 2011, Lil Durk caught his first gun charge. Police saw him chasing an op down the street. Durk took off running into an alley when he saw flashing lights, where he tossed a loaded nickel-plated semi-automatic handgun, and then ran into a home on the 6400 block of South Eggleston. Police found him sitting on a sofa watching television, and arrested him. Considering the gun had a scratched-off serial number, Durk was lucky he was only sentenced to 90 days in jail because he was a minor and it was his first offense. In December 2011, Chief Keef was arrested after he flashed a gun at the police. Lucky for hip-hop fans worldwide, he survived flash dancing with the law because a lot of black men in America have died for a lot less. He was sentenced to house arrest at his grandmother's crib, where he began to build his legend in the music industry by filming the video to his iconic classic, I Don't Like. Of course, his near-death experience with the police only increased his marketability potential to music executives looking to make a buck off of black pain and poverty, but Sosa saw his only opportunity to make millions too. In 2012, he began to profit off of his pain, and started lifting his family out of poverty. At the end of 2011, everyone was still united on O Block because everyone, including Sosa and Durk, were still on the streets risking their lives in the gang war with Tookaville, but that would soon change. Now, we'll continue our story into the year 2012 through the eyes of King Von.
King Von was released from jail in March 2012, after spending 15 months locked up. So King Von was behind bars throughout the entire year of 2011 when the gang war between O Block and Tookaville kicked off. He hit the streets hard when he did touchdown though, and caught his first body the month following his release in April 2012, when he killed Marlon King Doc Monroe. While Von started making noise in the streets, Lil Durk and Lil Reese started making noise in the music industry. They were signed to Def Jam Records in April, due in large part to the rise of Chief Keef, and labels looking to find the next big artist from Chicago. After a bidding war between most of the major hip-hop labels at the time, Sosa signed his 3-year, $6 million deal with Interscope in June 2012. I'm sure Sosa expected hate from the ops, but it must have come as a little bit of a surprise to him to catch his childhood friend, King Von, sneak dissing. FBG Cash released a video of a phone conversation he had with Chief Keef's mom. During the course of the conversation, Cash made it abundantly clear to his audience that he was in a sexual relationship with her that began when he was around 16 or 17 years old. On August 21, 2012, King Von tweeted, "Laughing my ass off, folks, Keith's stepdaddy." Of course, friends should be able to joke with one another, and it appears that the relationship between Sosa and people like King Von, T-Roy, and Boss Top was still good, despite the growing sense of envy and jealousy. Sosa would let them wear his jewelry, give them his hand-me-down clothes, and allow them to enjoy his lifestyle for a few days, and then send them back to the hood to fight a gang war. Boss Top was infamously clowned for repeatedly wearing the same Burberry shirt that Sosa gave him over and over again. And over and over again. And over and over again. On October 18, 2012, Chief Keef released another classic song, Love Sosa. He rapped, "Disrespect them oh boys, you won't speak again boy. Don't think that I'm playing boy, no we don't use hands boy.
Disrespect them all, boys, you won't speak again, boy. Don't think that I'm playing, boy. No, we don't use hands, boy."
2 days later on October 20th Von tweeted, "Me and T-Roy who motherfuckers be rapping about in their songs on BD. I just wanna drill for my niggas. It ain't rocket science, so what don't you understand?" By the end of 2012, King Von went drilling for his niggas at an insane rate, where he racked up 4 bodies in 2 months, and was locked back up on weapons charges, not murder. Somehow, King Von escaped murder charges in the midst of a killing spree. He murdered Modell McCambry and Derek Johnson, known as P5 or Crack, in October. He murdered Rodney Boss Trell Stewart and James Lil J. Holman in November. A couple of weeks before he was locked up on weapons charges, Von tweeted some lyrics from Love Sosa, "Dem niggas love Sosa and they love them oh boys." Sosa was making the whole world pay attention to O Block. We really did love them oh boys. Nevertheless, King Von spent the entire year of 2013 behind bars. So, he was in jail when the love between Durk and Sosa was lost.
Sosa was working with Soulja Boy in Atlanta around this time, until Ball Out snatched one of Soulja Boy's chains. Sosa was also working with a cameraman called High Def, until members of his crew stole some shit while the cameraman was locked up in jail. The cameraman was driving Fredo Santana, Tato, and Ball Out around in one of Soulja Boy's exotic cars when the police pulled them over. Of course the cops found weed. Of course the Chirac demon, Fredo Santana, convinced the cameraman to take the charge for everybody. After High Def bonded out, he went back to Soulja Boy's crib to pack his bags, go to the airport, and fly home. He found his designer sunglasses, designer belt, and camera missing. As soon as he returned safely, he let Sosa's savages know that they were some foul, petty niggas. Sosa's crew told High Def that they were going to world star his ass the next time they saw him. That next time occurred in May 2013, when High Def was filming a concert featuring Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and King Louie. For those that don't know, King Louie is the first drill artist from Chicago, not the biggest, but the first. His crew was called the Man Up Band Up, or Mubu Gang, consisting of gangster disciples like Mubu Crump, who was cool with beaties like Durk and OTF Bezu at the time. We'll listen to High Def and Mubu Crump describe what happened at the concert in May 2013, and come back for more analysis regarding its connection to the murder of Sosa's cousin, Blood Money.
You know, King Louie had a show with Lil Durk and Chief Keef on the bill for a Stop the Violence tour they was doing in the Midwest or in Iowa. And there's even footage on there what happened. That shit just went crazy. So it's a fight that breaks out. Why? Because Capo and Ball Out behind me, and they trying to world star me. And I'm shooting Lil Durk and King Louie. I see him behind. I know. I'm just like they're not gonna pop shit right now. I'm not even worried about that. But then all I feel is swings to my back of my shit, and they grabbing for my camera. I just go through like on some football running back shit and just dip out. But then I see Crump, RP Mubu Crump, man. He came through.
This is I just want to recap. This is at the Stop the Violence show.
This is at the Stop the Violence show.
So they didn't stop the violence.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit. I'm seeing Durk got choked out by Lil Reese. It was some crazy shit that happened that night because that's when Ball Out stole Soulja Boy chain and got it knocked off of his neck at that show. And Mubu Gang got their chain.
Some of the BDs had stole some of his clothes and shit up out his shit. So he exposed them. Now he was there with us. He was there with us and shit, you feel me? Doing the recording shit, you feel me? We having all the cameramen and shit. So he was taking he's recording their little concert. Durk happened to come on do this shit too. So when fool them see him all the time, they already broke and stole his camera, his clothes and shit. Oh, broke and stole Gucci belts and shit. So they see him, they mad because he exposed them, you feel me? So they try to get on his bumper. They try to whoop him. While they whoop him on the stage, a nigga snatched the chain off the nigga Ball Out neck, you feel me? And then they go back up. When they go in the back, we all go in the back. The nigga Ball Out checked the nigga Durk like, you bitch ass nigga, I heard you saying something about the chain. And then next thing you know, Reese like, nigga, what that chain that on beanie? Jump over there and choke him. I'm like, damn, choke the book out of him, bro. Bitch ass nigga, didn't I tell you? Next thing you know, my little brother like, hell no, my little brother, Durk right there taking and choking like a Gino, you feel me? Taking that bitch like you would choke your bitch. Come on, baby, don't choke him. So they choked and then you feel me? So after that, one of the guys y'all just my folks were like, oh, hold on, get on, look, Benny, folks on y'all choking up, folks up, he about to die, you feel me? They grabbed the nigga like, so you feel me? We come on, so Durk looking stupid shit. I'm like, man, you just got choked, but it's all good, bro. We gone. You feel me? Fuck that shit. You feel me? So we leave.
Hey, bro, nigga, that's that shit when y'all was on stage, nigga, the fight broke out.
Yeah. And look, all y'all gotta do, man, look, go on YouTube,
Lil Durk and Lil Reese have both publicly denied Mubu Crump's allegations. I guess BD business is BD business, and any internal disputes were resolved at that time. Things don't look too good with their relationship right now, but Lil Reese and Lil Durk remained friends throughout 2013. The brawl at the concert, however, marked the end of Durk's relationship with Mubu Crump, resulting in a deadly beef, where OTF Bezu is alleged to have killed his former comrade, Mubu Crump, for disrespecting Lil Durk. That is a story we will explore in another video. Please put some pressure on that like button and subscribe to watch it, and more documentaries from us. On June 5, 2013, at around 3 a.m., police arrived on the 7200 block of South Green Street, where they found Durk attempting to hide a loaded .40 caliber handgun in a Hyundai Sonata. He was arrested and held on $100,000 bail. He needed $10 grand for bond. Lil Reese, Rondo No. 9, and Fredo Santana, among others, would immediately show their support on social media. A week after Durk's arrest, Sosa tweeted on June 13, "OTG for only the glow," instead of OTF, to support Durk's Only the Family movement. Durk sat in jail for over a month before he was able to pay the bond. As soon as he did, he tweeted the lyrics to Chief Keef's song, "First Day Out." Sosa replied by tweeting OTG. This sparked Durk to shout out Reese and Fredo Santana for staying solid, and telling Keef that he would have been dead if it wasn't for his affiliation with 300. Durk would continue trading threats with Keith and other members of GBE on social media until he had a long talk with Sosa at the end of 2013. They agreed to coexist and collaborate on music, even if they couldn't be friends again, so a truce was drawn. Unfortunately, it was short-lived. King Von was released from jail in February 2014. Everything was good between him and Keith. Von gave him a shout-out, along with Durk, Reese, and other prominent members of O-Block on social media when he returned home. It was all good. Keith had retweeted a photo demanding to free him, T-Roy, and D-Rose when they were all locked up. It was all good, right? It was all good until Von and O-Block asked Keith for $7,500 to help bond O-Block member, Trey 5, out of jail. He had been locked up for 2 years on a $250,000 bond. O-Block needed $25 grand to get him out. They had supposedly raised $18,000 and needed Keith's money to bring Trey 5 home. Sosa refused to help, and this happened.
This soon resulted in a situation that would change Chicago drill music forever. On March 26, 2014, Chief Keef was ordered to appear in a Chicago courtroom in regards to one of his many legal troubles at the time. While at court, members of O-Block such as Boss Top and OJ, along with some THF 4-6 members, allegedly broke into a home in Northfield that was being rented by Chief Keef's former manager, Uncle Ro, and Keef himself. The group was armed and allegedly went through the entire house, stealing a wide variety of designer clothes, bags, and shoes. It was also reported that Boss Top even stole Chief Keef's daughter's clothes and diapers, along with laundry detergent and deodorant. While this was taking place, one of the people inside the house, rumored to be Brandon Zerer, aka Twin City CEO, based off these tweets, called 911 and reported that there was an armed robbery at the home. Then, moments later, Chief Keef returned home from court where Boss Top would allegedly snatch Chief Keef's iconic Johnny Dang piece off his neck, while O-Block OJ would reportedly snatch GBE Capo's Jesus piece. This would escalate the situation to an entirely different level when a 33-year-old man and associate of Chief Keef by the name of Terrence Smith was unfortunately shot during this altercation. After the shots were fired, the group allegedly stole Chief Keef's silver 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee and fled the scene. Chief Keef and the other Glow Gang members inside the house then rushed Terrence Smith to the hospital, where it was determined he would luckily survive his injuries. When questioned by authorities, nobody said a word, which resulted in no arrests being made, but officers in the Gang Enforcement Division released a document stating that the Black Disciples are having an internal conflict and listed 3 photos of the persons of interest in the situation, with one of the people being Tyree Davis, aka Boss Top.
This Boss Top, nigga, I didn't even know what Boss Top was. So this Boss Top back there, I said, what the fuck? Only thing I could think about Boss, I'm like, that's the nigga that stole all the motherfucking diapers out Chief Keef's crib. God damn, that nigga stole even the detergent, deodorant. Now, I didn't know this part of the story, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I just thought that nigga was just down bad. I didn't know this, like, this sounds like they're stealing it because
my point. Like, if I was Sosa, I feel like that's how he felt. Cause I remember it was a time, motherfuckers in a playground, and everybody was like, fuck Sosa, like everybody just going crazy. Cause it was some shit that happened, you feel me? I don't know what really happened. I don't know. I know it was something supposed to happen. Motherfuckers went head to head and shit like that. And I think one of our guys had got shot, you feel me? And, with some shit. I don't really know what really happened, but it was an altercation and some shit happened. I guess it was Glow Gang versus the Block. And then, you shot one of the guys, you feel me? So, like, one of the guys that lost their life.
The guy from O Block that was shot and almost died in their confrontation with Glow Gang was Charles C. Murder Liggins. C. Murder was King Von's murdered friend, Sheroyd Liggins' older brother, and he was a well-respected member of O Block. He was also one of the suspects pictured in the report about the home invasion at Sosa's crib. He is also in jail on RICO charges for the murder of FBG Duck along with Moop. Word on the street is that Blood Money is the one that shot C. Murder. After stealing Sosa's chains, Boss Top posted a video where he said that he was sipping on Blood Money. After the home invasion, Durk and OTF Bezu posted a video flaunting the chains stolen from Sosa and his crew. After King Von killed KI, he tweeted, "I'm King Von and I run shit. Rest in peace Blood Money." After putting the timeline together, that tweet takes on a whole different meaning, doesn't it? Let's listen to the conclusion that O Block Hood drew from the facts we know about, but feel free to leave your own thoughts and comments below. Let's also hear from Trenches News with more info about KI's involvement in the murder, if any. Did O Block and OTF kill Sosa's cousin? Inquiring minds want to know.
Leroy and Brian killed that nigga.
Why do you think people was hating on Blood Money?
Man, look, see, I'm gonna keep it straight funny. That shit was straight back though. You don't gotta believe that you can hear whatever. Oh, these people saw this deep. I don't give a fuck what y'all heard. I ain't out here seeing talking on my ass like these niggas do, bro. Folks done killed T-Roy and Brian killed that nigga. No matter what the fuck else. And look, I might be saying it in a harsh way, but I'm no way in no form of fashion trying to be disrespectful to Blood. Rest in peace to Big Gang. Niggas was backdooring. That's why I'm speaking out on this shit. I don't know nothing. First Street know what's up. They know that it's been some shit going on for years now.
T-Roy and Chief Keef was cool. Why would T-Roy kill Chief Keef cousin though?
We can't even get to all the main logistics of it, but we just gonna say niggas is followers. T-Roy and Brian was who they was, but that don't mean that them niggas was, like them niggas listen to people. Like if they followers, that's all this shit ever be. They niggas was followers. T-Roy and Brian was followers. Who they follow, I don't know.
But Sosa was his cousin. So, and he liked that, a real stepper. Rio is a real stepper, bro. Like, out of all them boys, Rio is a real stepper, bro. Like, out of all them, besides Fredo, him and Fredo, bro. But he beyond Fredo. Just know that. That's all I'm gonna say. He beyond Fredo. Blood Money is beyond Fredo on the gangster shit. But yeah, he came back. 56 and Elizabeth got killed. Now, the KI shit with the KI ain't killed no Blood Money, bro. On everything. KI was with us when Blood Money got killed, bro. And that shit came across the news screen. We all was reading that together. So let's get that theory out the window.